Hi, this is Sharice Miller again. I'm auditioning to be a technical advisor for Wella, and this is the second part of my audition video, the non-hair segment. And what I've decided to teach on is healthy eating and healthy lifestyles and guidelines for people for every day. Something I'm extremely passionate about. I'm very passionate about dieting. Well, I actually don't even like to say dieting. I'm very passionate about healthy eating. Personally, I've been grain-free and dairy-free for quite a while now, and I can't even tell you how many good things have come out of it. My husband does it as well, and I can't even tell you how many good benefits we've gotten out of it. I'm not saying everyone needs to be grain-free or dairy-free at all, but there are a lot of pros and cons to every type of diet. And personally, I've done every type of diet there is. I've really struggled with my body and with weight loss my whole life. So this has been something that I've actually been able to stick with for the first time. And first of all, food is one of the very few things in our world that we can't live without. There's literally like less than 5 things that our bodies cannot live without. So, and food it's so important. Every single person, every single day is eating. It's something that it happens just constantly. A lot of people are eating all day long. It's just something that everybody deals with, and a lot of people struggle with, especially in America, with our obesity rate being at about 68%. It's really scary. Food is very, I don't know if you've heard the quote, but I love it, that says, "Let food be thy medicine," and it was Gandhi who said that. And he was very much onto something, because food is definitely something that has caused us tons of problems, and it also fixes lots of problems. And the food that causes problems is not, apples and oranges. It's our processed foods that aren't even food anymore. And I've heard recently, and I watch a lot of documentaries, and I read a lot about this. I'm very, very passionate about it, like I said, and I've heard from multiple sources that it says Americans overeat, and yet our bodies are starving. And it's because our bodies, we don't get the nutrients we need. I can talk to some friends, and I used to be like this, where I would literally go 2 or 3 weeks without even having one vegetable. And that's just, to me now, is just sickening that I even used to do that to my own body. Now I don't even take a multivitamin, because I get plenty of vitamins from all the fruits and vegetables and all the good things we eat. It's just scary, and it's something that we really need to be aware of. And some of the biggest problems in our country are caused by our diets. Obesity, diabetes, heart disease. A lot of people have issues with their thyroids, celiacs, and lactose intolerant. And those last two, celiacs and lactose intolerant, celiacs especially, is pretty new. A lot of people are just discovering that they're gluten-free, or they can't eat gluten or eat wheat at all. And there actually is not even a pure source of wheat in America. The only pure that you can buy, the only pure source of wheat you can have is actually if you grow it yourself and you use real seeds and everything that aren't processed. You basically got seeds on your own, and you grew it yourself, and you grounded it yourself, and you made it into bread. That's literally the only type of pure wheat that we have in America now, which is really, really sad. There's corn and everything. I know there's about 80% of all processed foods in America. The corn is one of the top 3 ingredients, which is also really scary. But food, it just causes so many issues. And then, like I said, it can also be the healer of all issues. And there is a fact that if you smoke every day of your life for 45 years, and then you stop after 45 years, it will take your body about 7 years to be able to get about 80% lung capacity back, which is really sad. 7 years to get back is just crazy. However, if you eat horribly for 45 years, you eat just nothing but processed foods, you just eat horribly for 45 years, it only takes about 1.5 years for your body to be almost 100% where it would have been if you had eaten healthy all along. So it's not something that's too late for everyone. It's not a lost cause. It's definitely something that everyone can strive for and get to eventually. So a couple of things I want to talk about are, like I said, the celiacs. It's just lactose intolerant, and those two are very interesting things because it's just interesting that we all of a sudden can't eat wheat, and a lot of people can't have milk, which you think that cows are here for milk. And in all reality, most of the world is actually lactose intolerant. Americans are almost kind of slow coming onto this because we're all so used to having milk. And I actually love milk. I love milk. And I used to have at least 2 glasses or 3 glasses a day. And I would drink more milk than water. And my whole family's like that. We were just raised like that. We drink so much milk. I mean, I myself would go through a gallon every 2 days or so. Or 3 days, maybe. But we drink a lot of milk, and since I've stopped milk completely, haven't had a glass for probably 10 months, and then I tried it for the first time again just a couple weeks ago, and it already made me sick. And even after how many glasses of milk I've had my whole life, and it already has made me sick, and that's just kind of a scary thought that something you stop for that little amount of time can already make you sick just because you're not used to it. And there's another fact that if somebody from the 1800s came and lived in our world today and ate everything that an average American ate, I mean, from fast food to processed foods, cereal, granola bars, just everything that's completely processed that doesn't even have 1 ounce of something real in it, it says that they won't even last a week. I mean, they would literally die in a week. You can last longer if you don't eat at all from, you can starve and you can last longer than a week rather than eating all the sick poison that we eat. So it's just, there's a lot of things like that that really made me really passionate about it. So I wanted to just have a quick little recipe that's, it's 100% no process, gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, and it's just a quick little recipe of stuff you usually, hopefully, just have around your house. It's a good side dish for anything, chicken, meat, anything that's, a good side dish to an entree. So first, and this is something I just made up on my own. It's not a big deal, but it's really, really good and really healthy. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 2 cans of black beans and put them in this bowl. And yes, this is 2 cans of black beans. And make sure you get good black beans. You really want to check the ingredients of cans. If you see a can of black beans that has more than 3 ingredients, you shouldn't get it. You should only be buying things that have 3 ingredients or less. It should say water, sodium, and beans. There should be nothing else. If it has anything weird words you don't understand or don't know what they are, you don't get it. So we just really shouldn't be putting anything in our bodies that were not grown on the earth. It's scary to think that we just eat things every day that was just made in a lab. So anyways, this was 2 cans of corn, or 2 cups of corn and 2 cans of black beans, and then I'm just using 1 avocado. And avocados are something that people are very hesitant about because they are very high in calorie and fatty acids, but they're actually incredibly healthy. So even if you don't need to count calories if you're eating a whole food diet. If you're eating only anything that was grown in the earth and no processed foods, you literally don't need to count calories because your body's going to digest everything. So you shouldn't have to worry about the high content. Don't eat 10 avocados a day, but you'll be just fine with 1. So anyways, that's 1 avocado and 2 small tomatoes. Excuse me. 2 of the small tomatoes, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Romo tomatoes. Or you can use 1 large one. And then, so we're just going to set that aside for a minute. And we're going to make a quick dressing. So what I have in here is about a tablespoon of lime juice. And you're going to want just 1 or 2 tablespoons of lime, depending how you like it. And we're going to do 3 tablespoons of olive oil. You can also add cilantro to this, which I love, but I actually am out of right now. So we're not having cilantro in this, but it's really easy to just add a bunch to, rough chop it, and add it at the end. And then our next thing is, we're going to add 4 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. What, 1 minute? 1 minute left. Okay. We're almost done. So 4 tablespoons of this, of red wine vinegar. Let's see, 2, 3, 4. And this is a really, really good dressing to put on any vegetables, any salad, or anything. Let's see, and then we're going to add just a pinch or 2 of kosher salt. Well, that's a good size pinch. And about 10 crafts of black pepper. Well, more like 12. And then we're going to just whisk this together. And we're just going to add it to our little side dish here. I know we're almost out of time, but this is pretty much it. And then you're just going to mix this all together and let it sit in the fridge for at least an hour. But I really have taken this to like several, I don't know, dinners, family events, friend things, and everyone always has a lot of good things to say about it. And it's just funny because it's all healthy and people, so it's really not that hard to make healthy food taste really good. So, and there's our beautiful salad, and it's super pretty and colorful. And you can take this, and it's just an excellent side dish. And thank you very much. Push the side button.
The side button?
Yeah.